evening and welcome to the school committee meeting of Monday, November 24th. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. We'll move on to the acceptance of the minutes for the meeting of October 27th.
Motion to approve?
Second. All those in favor? That's a vote. Nothing under audience. So I'm going to actually sort of shift this agenda around and we are going to move up the new business, Ms. Shipper here, for advanced placement right up to now, if she's ready. She's ready. Thank you.
I'm ready. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming.
So we are very proud of our advanced placement scores of 2025. We continue to trend in the right direction with our passing rate going up exponentially. Well, exponentially is a little bit exaggerated, but next slide shows those. This is actually a list of the courses that we offer for AP. We offer 14 classes and are continuing to look at new classes to offer. So we're recently starting to talk about possibly adding a business AP class. Going to look into that. So we'll continue to offer what we can as long as the student interest is there and we have somebody who wants to teach it and get trained to do that. So next slide, please. So I find this data here very compelling. So if you can look starting at the left, we had 100 in 2021, we had 117 students take exams with an average score of 2.2 and a passing rate of 33%. The next year, it went to 206 with an average score also of 2.2 and a passing rate slightly higher. 22-23, we jump up to 232 students taking exams, 2.5 average score, and 46%. And then we saw a huge jump. Last year we had 2 years ago we had 287 students take exams, average score 3.1, passing rate 70. And this past year we went over 300 with an average score up again to 3.2 and 76%. It's really impressive. So we continue to exceed, last year for the past 5 years. So this is a great trend that we're on. Mm-hmm. Next slide, please. So we'll get into the nitty-gritty a little bit. I don't want to bore you guys with data, but some real notable improvements. Biology went from 65.8 to 88.9%. With the score being 2.92 up to 3.36, and that jumped right over state and global averages. Chemistry, as a former chemistry teacher, this one excites me beyond you can't even imagine. 54% passing up to 100% last year. Now this is just passing, this is just hitting the 3.0, but still think about that. Chemistry's hard, and AP Chem is really hard. So for them to go from a passing score of 2.64 to 3.56 is a really dramatic turnaround. Environmental science continues to do well with going from 80% to 86.4%, with far exceeding passing, 3.4 up to 3.68, and they continue to do well there. European history is a really a shining star here. We went from 68.2 to 100% passing with an average score which was 3.14 up to 4.14. So for anybody who's had students take or are familiar or have had students take AP tests, anything over a 4.0 often, often translates to dollars because students can get exempted from taking those classes in college. So that's really incredibly impressive. So that's our most improved overall. Super proud of that. So here are some highlights. All students who took AP Research and AP Art earned 3.0, 3 or higher. AP English classes continue to do really well. Language and comp scores went from 63.2% to 97.4%. That is incredible. Mm-hmm. And AP Lit continues to do really well, over 80%, up to 84.2. Other highlights, I mean, you can see those scores. Biology, 88.9, chemistry, 100, environmental science, 86.4. So that's 3 science classes right there. So the science department is really killing their AP scores. Psych, 87, US history, 80, and Calc AB, 100%. So, very impressive.
It is very impressive.
Next slide. So overall, I didn't want to, take too much time today. I know this is a short meeting. Overall, 11 of 14 subjects we saw improvements in. Our strengths are biology, chemistry, English, history, and psych. And our scores are increasingly aligned with state and global averages. So I think it's safe to say that we are doing very well in our AP tests. Our AP teachers keep students very highly engaged, are very well prepared. I was just in an AP psychology class last week where they were doing sensory perception, and they were doing really exciting labs where they were, for example, covering your eyes, reaching your hand into a box and trying to identify what you were feeling, or covering your eyes and nose and sampling different flavors of potato chips to see how much we rely on our sight and smell on our taste. So, really engaging stuff going on in all of the classes. I mean, the labs are great, and I could go on all day, but they're doing really great things. So, in terms of next steps, continue what we're doing to a certain extent. Of course, we're looking at some of the scores that weren't, where we want them. There were 3 that didn't increase. So we'll continue to look at those and what we can do to be better, look at the curriculum, look at the experiences we're providing the students with. We continue to maintain what we're doing, because there's, we don't need to fix what's not broken. And continue to look at areas that we should be expanding, if we should be offering more. We are a small school. We already offer a lot when you consider our size. But if there's, an interest and students want to be taking other classes, we can certainly look at offering them. So that's my brief presentation. I'm super proud of our AP scores. I'm super proud of our students working really, really hard. And our teachers, for getting them there.
Comments?
Congratulations. I think it's wonderful that the students have that opportunity, obviously, even to take AP classes. Do we have any of the data on how many students, I know these are number of exams, that one student might take 4 exams, or, are we seeing a high percentage of our high school population in an AP class? Just one, not multiple, or what's the variation? I guess I'm just wondering, it's mainly juniors and seniors, obviously, as the curriculum, you have to build on that, but.
We do, I don't have the data. I'd be happy to get right back to you on that. We do have a higher percentage of juniors and seniors taking them, but we have some freshmen taking biology, AP Bio.
Which is, I would just love to see that, because it is a testament to what they're learning in the middle school, right? As
100%.
Curriculum changes in the middle school, maybe there's more opportunity to take AP classes earlier in your high school career, if you will. So that's awesome.
Great.
No, I think it's wonderful. Erin isn't here tonight, but she is an AP student, and it's hard work, but I think it teaches them that maturity of what's expected when they get up to college. It's college readying them. She's had, I could have rattled off what she's had from up there, and I've seen the difference in her. But I've also seen the support she's getting from the faculty, but from her fellow students as well. They're like a team together. They all want the same things. They all drive each other. They're helping each other out. And when it comes to taking their AP exams, they're all cheering each other on.
Very much
I mean, this town it's just Rockland, right? But here we're proving that we're not just Rockland, right? And that we're turning that bend. We're trying to reach our lower, special ed kids and the higher kids. They're all our kids, and this is proof that we're doing it. So
A little anecdote. Some of you may know that the AP Psych test the College Board experienced some technology issues during the test. So I remember not fondly that Friday afternoon, which was the day, it was Friday, and it was a 12:30 exam. It was the day, I'm pretty sure we had a water issue in the school, so it was kind of like a lot of issues going on. And sure enough, the College Board it's not working. The platform, it's all online, and it's not working. So we've got all these students, I think it was 58 of them, if my memory serves me. 58 kids sitting in their seats, ready to go, and the technology, the platform is not working. So we had to pinch hit, try again, keep the kids calm, give them a minute, and just keep trying. And it came very close to, we're taking the makeup exam. That,
Right.
This is it. We can't torture these kids. An hour has gone by. 2 hours have gone by. Some of those kids did not get on until 2 hours after the
Wow.
proposed time. Those kids stayed, some of them in here, until 4:30, almost 5 o'clock, taking that exam and giving it their best shot. So that's a testament to, the work the teachers are doing in this building
Right.
to really prepare them to take it seriously, to not give up. That very much impressed me on a Friday afternoon, that the kids hung in there, and they weren't like, I'm out of here and I'll do the makeup. They really wanted to get
To do it and be done.
Yeah,
And
they
it
did.
does start.
And they did.
Right, I agree. I
Yep.
think that they're in it to win it.
Right.
They're dedicated.
They really are. I'm very proud.
Yeah.
So,
And when you look at the scores that have increased, I don't know that people realize that it's a different group each time.
Correct.
So
Right.
it's not like you started here and it was the same group you're working with all
Right.
the way up and they've improved, but it's a
Right.
different group each
Right.
time. So that's pretty impressive
Yeah.
that
Right. It
they've
really
had
is.
that amount of,
Right.
increase.
yeah,
So.
it's a lot to be proud of.
It is.
Yeah.
All right, I think that's all we have.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you.
See you on the field.
Gotta go change my shoes.
All right, we'll move on from there to our school newsletter. We have Phelps, Eston Early Childhood, Rogers Middle School, and Rockland High School. We get them via email. They're always filled with lots of information, colorful, and we're excited to be able to read all that's happening in our schools. We'll move on to our reports. We have monthly reports for our administrators, Ms. Shipper with the high school, Mr. McAllister with the middle school, Ms. Shifley with Phelps, and Mrs. Sheehan with Eston. We have guidance with Ms. Black, nurse with Ms. Davis, and pupil personnel services with Dr. Miniglia.
All right, 7 motions to approve the monthly reports for administrators, guidance, nurse, and pupil personnel services.
7 seconds.
All those in favor? That's a vote. We have financial reports for the school department, Rockland High School student activities, Rogers Middle School student activities, and food services.
All right, 4 motions to approve the financial reports.
4 seconds.
All those in favor? Oop, that's a vote. I didn't put my own hand up. Department head monthly reports. We have the athletic department with Mr. Kimball, art with Ms. Thompson, computer technology with Mr. Howe, consumer sciences, phys ed with Ms. Newcomb, Dean, Mr. Damon, English, Ms. Donovan, foreign language with Mrs. Tabers, math department with Mr. Casagrande, middle school with Mr. Griffin and Ms. Thomas, music with Mr. Piazza, radio, TV station with Ms. Breeden, science with Mr. Canzio, social studies with Mr. Rowe, special ed with Ms. McGonigal,
That's it.
and that's all.
We approve these ones too, right? Or these are just reference? We don't have to approve those, right?
I think we usually do approve them.
Well then, 14 motions to approve the department monthly reports, and thank you to all the department heads, because they are very detailed and great to see what's happening.
It is
And-
great to see what's going on in the school with all of these reports, so we're lucky to get these as well.
14 seconds.
All those in favor? Thank you.
I had a brain freeze, so.
I know, I feel like, I don't know, maybe we don't vote them, but if we don't and we do, who knows, so we'll just keep moving. Old business, we have completed fundraisers. Let's see. We have the class of 2028 selling staff T-shirts to make money for the class of 2028. We have the same class for raffling yard lines. I have to go the other way. So selling staff T-shirts, they collected $740. They had $4 in expenses, so they netted $116. Class of 2028 did raffling yard lines to raise funds for their class. They collected $835. They had no expenses, so they net profited $835. The Felt Pack has the next three. They did a D'Angelo's Puppuccino's Give Back Night. They collected $222.98. They did the Flocked, having the flamingos on the yards.
That was a lot of fun.
That was a lot of fun.
I still have them.
They collected $1,700. They had $500 in expenses, so they netted $1,200. And then they have ongoing selling calendar magnets. They have collected $840 with $125 in expenses. So far, their net profit is $715. The RHS GSA did the pumpkin candygrams. They collected $42 with no expenses. They made $42. Okay. And now we'll go on to the FY26 budget.
Thank you very much. This is sort of our quarterly update that we provide publicly. We generally wait until the payrolls of October are completed and our out-of-district bills are in for October, because that's the first full month for sped tuition bills, because we have Labor Day, et cetera. There are more days off in September than October. So the end of every October, beginning of November, we take a look at where we were at the public hearing, what occurred with our hiring, student enrollment, kiddos moving in, kiddos moving out, and sit down and redo our projection for our finances for the current fiscal year. And the big news for us here is a very dramatic stabilization in out-of-district costs, which we're quite pleased at. We're only projecting to increase 15% over last year to this year, driven primarily by the state setting the cost for various placement locations. We're significantly below both our 3-year average and our 3-year actual percentage. Speaks a great deal to the strength of our in-house programs, from Bridges to our programs at Phelps and the Early Childhood Center, and carried through to the middle school. Our salary number is up slightly. Due to enrollment, we hired a kindergarten teacher and a para at the Eston Early Childhood Center, and we created an additional ASD program at Phelps Elementary, which required a teacher and 2 paras. Right now, we're holding steady. Sped transportation, I left the projection where it was at 590. We're right at that for what I'm projecting at this point. And our expenses are reduced slightly. We are seeing a good percentage of our maintenance expenses, especially at the middle school and high school. Dr. Cron's spoken about this multiple times, and in your Friday mailings. The building's just aging and things are starting to pop. And so we're experiencing unexpected maintenance at both the middle school and the high school. You'll see our subs are up. We broke our previous record of 2 years ago. As of this afternoon, we are up to 20 maternities.
Wow.
For the current year. So that also is impacting the salary line and the subline and a little bit the extracurricular, what's charged within each 3 of those subcategories of salaries. If you can imagine 20 teachers, it depends how much sick time they have, how much they're going to be paid, and then whether or not we bring a replacement in as a long-term sub for a full year, in which case they go to the salary line, or if they're in for a partial year, they go to the subline. So that's all accounting background
Right.
information. But at this time, 516, we are increasing our subline projected at this point. The overall budget remains the same. It's just a slight breakdown in allocation between expense and salary.
Okay. Any questions?
No, I just wanted to obviously say thank you to Jane for the continued updates and the transparency in the budget. Wanted to also call out, I know you said this is a quarterly update, but going back to the financial reports that we approve on a monthly basis, we actually, for those listening or watching, we as a school committee get a monthly breakdown of every general ledger line item and totals. So we can see the year-to-date spending, what is remaining in that $35 million budget. So it's great to see the quarterly update, but just know that we are also seeing it on a monthly lens, and it's above and beyond, it's just needing to be available to us, but we actually, through the work of Jane and the financial team there, in the administration department, we get it monthly, so it's fun to read.
For Jamie.
For me, maybe. It's good to see what's happening, and it's not like it all comes up at the end of the year. It's expenses and totals are being paid every month, so thank you for the continued update.
Thank you, and we would anticipate presenting again in conjunction, our current year projection at the public hearing time in the spring.
Okay.
Okay?
Any questions?
No.
But we
Yes.
need to vote,
If you could
right.
just,
Okay, so we're voting on,
Okay, so motion to approve the 11-24 projection for the fiscal year 2026 budget.
Second.
all those in favor? That's a wrap for that vote. Okay, now we'll go back this way. Homeschool requests to you, Dr. Cron?
I recommend we approve the homeschool requests.
Thank you.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All those in favor? That's a wrap. And under new fundraisers, we have WRPS, did Rockland's Got, or they're going to do, Rockland's Got Talent. And Casey Levesque with the class of 2029 will do a Chipotle night.
All right, motion to approve the two new fundraisers.
Second.
All those in favor? That's a vote. And then we have your goals, Dr. Cron.
Thank you. See if this is working. Yay, okay. Goal number 1, develop and implement a comprehensive leadership transition plan. Key actions and benchmarks: establish a structured transition plan including joint appearances, shared communications, and leadership shadowing for incoming Superintendent Jane Hackett, new Director of Student Services, Dr. Jen Curtis Whipple, and incoming Director of Maintenance, Brian Visconti. I want to continue to support and mentor our second-year principals, Cheryl Shipper at the high school and Rich McAllister at the middle school. We're going to document and make sure that our budget processes and capital projects are all documented. These are important as we move forward, and host joint stakeholder meetings to ensure continuity and strengthen trust. So again, develop and implement a comprehensive leadership transition plan. That is goal number 1. Goal number 2 is to deepen the district's use of student performance data to improve instructional practices and close achievement gaps, especially in literacy and math. So key actions and benchmarks: we're going to continue targeted early literacy interventions at Phelps and Eston and expand evidence-based math supports at the middle school. Strengthen collaborative data review structures, our PLCs at the elementary, our leadership team data walks, and provide targeted professional development aligned with new curriculum resources. So that's goal number 2. Goal number 3, maintain district-wide facility improvements with a focus on safety, sustainability, and accessibility. So key actions: partner with the town on the launch of the Bicentennial Field Project to ensure the project milestones are met and communication is transparent. Begin developing a new long-term capital maintenance plan for all buildings and expand preventative maintenance protocols and energy efficiency initiatives. So that's goal number 3. Goal number 4, preserve Rockland's record of fiscal excellence and collaborative budgeting, ensuring continued alignment with educational priorities. So we intend to deliver a balanced FY26 budget that sustains core programs, small class sizes, and student wellness supports, continue our quarterly fiscal reports, and maintain no findings in outside audits. We've had 4 years in a row of no findings, and work with the town administrator to develop a 3-year budget forecast and plan accordingly. So that is goal number 4. And finally, goal number 5, reinforce Bulldog Pride, one community, one purpose, as a unifying theme that celebrates staff, students, and community partnerships. We will continue community engagement through the arts, athletics, and student recognition events. We'll highlight staff achievements and district success stories in coordinated public communications, and support initiatives that enhance belonging, inclusion, and morale across our schools. So those are the 5 goals that I am proposing for this year.
Okay.
I hate reading to people, I'm sorry about that, but it is
Well,
what
I
it
don't think
is.
you were going to memorize them.
Yeah,
I will start if you ladies don't mind. I think that this is very detail-oriented. I think that it is a great set of goals for you to have. Let's remind us that you are done as of July 1st, and yet you're still holding yourself with your feet to the fire. You're not going out easy. You're still going with what you want to continue on, leaving your legacy here, but making sure that your team is ready for you to go. I think that I had to chuckle with your Bulldog Pride, because you're not a bulldog, but you start to bleed blue. So I am proud of you for that. But when I start to make my quick list of what you want to accomplish, making sure your transition plan is, making sure the new principals are still doing awesome and standing upright, and they are. Long-term maintenance plan, fiscal excellence, the communication with Doug Lapp and the town, and then again, like I said, the Bulldog Pride. This is all you to a T. This is you just really being impressive, and thank you for that. Thank you for making sure that you're not going to just ride the wave till the end on July. So I
Thank you.
appreciate that.
thank you.
Do you guys have?
No, I just think change is difficult in general, and that this might help the change be that much smoother later on. So,
Right.
yeah, well done.
Well,
They
thank
look
you.
good to me.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right. You're going to be next up. So sit.
I am. I'll be very brief. Just congratulations to our fall athletic teams. What a great season. An incredible season. It was highlighted by an appearance at the state finals for our boys soccer team this past, was it Friday? Our cheerleaders, we are proud of them, and we're proud of all of our student athletes. Also, congratulations. We had a great play recently. Just so many phenomenal things happening. It's hard to believe that the holidays are here already. I don't know how it happened, but my final thing is happy Thanksgiving to Rockland. When I think of Rockland, I think of Thanksgiving. Got to go to fundraiser for, what is it called?
Holiday Magic.
Holiday Magic last week, and it made me think of Ann Phelps and all the great work that so many people in town do to care for one another during this time. And again, just always proud of this place, incredibly proud. But happy Thanksgiving to everyone, and that's all I have.
All right, thank you for that. We'll go to the left, Jamie, with our public service announcements.
Well, Dr. Cron already, talked about the boys soccer team, but as a proud goalie mom, it was great to see the soccer team make a run through the playoffs. It was a memory, and that I think a lot in the community will have for a long time. So also, happy Thanksgiving. Wanted to call out all the generosity that is happening in our town. It's not just the Rockland Food Pantry, it's the Rockland Garden Center giving out meals. It is also the packs at the schools. I know they give out meals to families of our Rockland Public School children. So we're a blessed community, and if anybody does need additional support, definitely please reach out to your principals and resources. So enjoy the 2 days off as well in the Thanksgiving break. And we'll see, hopefully, a few of you at the Thanksgiving Day football game, 10 a.m. on Thursday. So come cheer on our Bulldogs before you have some turkey.
All right, thank you. Michelle?
I wanted to shout out kudos to Mr. Bergman as well for the drama show. That was really great, and I think sometimes when you're sitting there enjoying the show, you're not realizing the life skills that these kids are being given of performance. I mean, how to speak, how to have poise, timing, like all of these things. And I think back to Carol Cahill, who did that for my daughter, who's now giving national presentations, and talking to her, and she, shoulders back, your head up, and I just think it's wonderful, and watching these kids and just how much presence they have, it was really impressive. I also wanted to give a shout out to Ethan and Kinley on Chronicle. That was awesome
Yes.
as well. I highly recommend it if you can see it. And just a plug again for Family Engagement Night at Phelps on December 8th. It's holiday traditions. I went to the last one. There was so much information. And there was so much that you could glean from it, and I just wish there were more people there. So I'm really going to ask people to show up for this one. It sounds like a lot of fun, and there's so much to learn and to share. And happy Thanksgiving, everyone. So.
Thank you. I don't have much. I was just going to add in the holiday stroll, talk about Town Pride. That is on Saturday. I think it's from 3 to 7, but we have, gosh, everything just went right out of my brain. We have Powder Puff game tonight, which is why we're early, which is why Ms. Shipper was running off. And then the holiday stroll, the football game, so it seems like Rockland is just one thing after another with us being outside. So we appreciate everyone, and happy Thanksgiving.
All right, so on that note, stay warm if you do go outside, and motion to adjourn.
Second.
All those in favor? And that's a wrap. Thank you.